So I arrive in Paris. I'm brokenhearted. This is between third and fourth year university. Important relationship has ended. School is fine, but I'm not all that enthralled with my program, so I've taken on a second major. There's a lot of life expectations happening right now, who I should be, what I should do. I should probably figure that out. I should become something. And I'm feeling all of this pressure. And I also have these things that I need to reconcile. I've got this thing about needing to be liked, needing to be nice, this crazy belief that I have to be loved in order to feel good and whole and happy. And all of this baggage is with me as I arrive in Paris. I've come to spend the summer to write and to hang out. Turns out, I'm actually bohemian at heart. So this was the way that I was going to heal. And I really was taking a look at a lot of stuff that was just weighing me down. I was so intent on achieving all these things and being an overachiever and being perfect that I was, always in this place of control, never really experiencing my life, but annotating or watching my life. Does that sound familiar? To anybody, so when something happened, in front of me, I would actually comment, "Oh, that was funny," instead of actually just laughing and enjoying the moment. Someone actually pointed that out to me. They were like, "That's an interesting narration." So I have all of this going on, and now I'm on the train. I've taken the overnight ferry from England, and I'm on the train coming into Paris, and it's a 4 or 5 hour train ride. And it's so cool. As you're taking the train, you can see down all of these streets as you go by. And so I'm imagining like all of humanity is happening all at the same time on all of these streets. And on one of these streets, there's some woman exactly my age with these kinds of thoughts and these complexities. And she's Parisian Tania, so I imagine she's sitting on her little balcony, because of course we would have a balcony, and a really nice wrought iron chair with her hands around a café au lait. And in my imagining, she just starts to laugh. And I'm really caught and struck by that visual image, because that's not a knowing that I have of myself. And then all of a sudden, I start to panic because I realize the train is arriving into the station, and my stuff is everywhere in the car because I've been traveling for so long. So I pick everything up, I throw it in my backpack. And, if you're backpacking, you have to be judicious about what you carry with you, right? You don't carry any unnecessary baggage or any unnecessary weight. So the novel that I finished reading gets left. The sweater that's, now too warm gets left. So I'm making these decisions. What am I going to leave on the train, right? And I realize whatever gets left on the train is really left. Like, there's no lost and found. You can't go on anywhere and reclaim this. So this is really, quick decisions. And as I'm deciding that, I sort of thought, I wonder what else I could leave on the train. What about all these things about me that I'm not so happy about? The controlling me, the serious me. Could I just leave her on the train? With everything else. So I decided I'd do that. I just made that decision, grabbed my pack back. I'm not going to be that person anymore. I stepped off the train, and of course, because we're in France, as soon as I step off the train, there's a beautiful fountain and a courtyard and a cafe and cobblestones and dappled sunlight and Parisian people all well-dressed sitting there with their legs crossed. And I decide I'm just going to sit down and have a coffee with them. So I order my café au lait, and I put my hands around my café, and I decide to let the joy just fill me. Oh yeah. Those who know me knew this was going to happen. And I laugh. I just laugh. And I hear my own laugh. And it's warm and it's soft and it's engaging and it's loud. And if any of you ever hear me laugh, it channels right from Paris, right from that moment where I just claimed who I was going to be in that moment. So that's my next commitment. I'm so, like all of you who are tearing up with me right now, thank you. So that's me laughing, as you can tell. I realized that I'm not my context. I can always leave whatever I don't want on the train. Whatever my background is, whatever my experience is, whatever I was told I would be or wouldn't be is irrelevant. I get to choose. I get to choose. And I can leave what I don't want. Everything is a choice. I do not believe that there is such a thing as that's just the way I am, right? So, what are you going to leave? Today, you are going to leave this room. I invite you to leave something right here in this room on your seat. You don't have to go home with it. What is the thing that you don't want anymore? Write it down. Take a moment, write it down. I do believe that changing behavior is kind of like moving house. It's very rare that when you move house, you go back to the old house. You always remember the new destination. And even if you do, even if you forget and you show up at your old house, you don't go in and sit on the couch. Right? You stop, you turn around, you're like, this is not me anymore. It's the same with behavior. You know, you just decide, this is not me anymore. And if you catch yourself doing it, you're like, wow, that was really odd. That's the old home.